Okay, it is round 2 of the Pokemon Stadium tournament, and we are going against Owen, also known as I'm going to butcher this, I'm sorry. Galbina, I'm going to say. I'm going to say it like that, and hopefully it's not wrong. So we had some connection issues, as per usual, with my internet. I'm going to have to look at another internet service provider, aren't I? So, looking at that team, they got a Charizard, Nidoqueen, Poliwag, Starmie, Tauros, and a Jinx. Jinx again. Gotta love the Jinx. Gotta love the Jinx. So I'm thinking we go right off the bat with the Jolteon lead or the Graveler lead or something along those lines. Or the Tauros lead. Tauros is a solid lead. So I think I'm going to go lead with that and then go from there. Alright, the battle has begun. Let's see what Owen leads off with. The Charizard. Okay, that works out pretty nicely for us as we led off with Tauros. So Tauros is not a bad shout here, and we can just go straight for that nice and powerful. They haven't got a ghost type, which is great. So I'm going to go straight for that double edge. I'm just going to go straight for the double edge. There's no real reason not to. There's no real reason not to. So let's see how this plays out for us. So we'll go for a double edge real quick. Let's see if we can get a crit. That'd be nice. Crits are pretty common on fast Pokemon. We don't get the crit this time, but it is a 2-hit KO, which is great, as we are hit with some recoil as well. So that's not too bad. We're off to a good start. They go for a Fire Blast. We should be able to take this because Charizard's only got 80 base special in this game. It's not the powerfulest mon in the world. Fire types in general aren't that good in Gen 1, I don't believe. I could be wrong there. So we'll go ahead and go for a double edge real quick just to finish it off. I think they kind of have to switch out here or let the Charizard go down. So they're more unlikely going to do that. Let's go for that double edge. Let's see if they live. I feel like they're going to live on like a sliver of HP. They're going to live on like a sliver of HP. As they do live on a sliver of HP, which is unfortunate. We're going to get some recoil. They're going to go for a Fire Blast probably, which they do go for a Fire Blast. Let's see whether it can connect for a start. Let's see whether it can connect. It does. Takes out Tauros, and that is going to be the game because without Tauros, we don't win. Now, we should be all right. We should be fine. They claim the first KO, but we should be absolutely golden. We should be absolutely golden. So, I think the best thing we can do really is go into Starmie because Starmie basically threatens their entire team. Starmie with Surf is threatening to no extent. So we'll go into Starmie. We'll go for the Starmie switch. They probably expect a Surf here to finish off. So I'm going to go for a Thunder because I'm fully expecting them to either go Poliwag to take the Surf or even the Nidoqueen. No. I think we go for a Thunder here. I'm going to lock into Thunder and see what they do. They are going to switch out. What are they going to go into, though, to take a potential Surf or Thunder? They don't really have a lot of switches. They bring in the Poliwag. They bring in the Poliwag. We go for that Thunder on the predicted switch, which is great. And that should take out the Poliwag. Should take out the Poliwag as Poliwag goes down. So down goes the Poliwag. Charizard's on its last legs. We are off to a good start right now. We are off to a very good start. What are they going to bring in then? Let's see what they bring in. They bring in the Starmie of their own. So we're bringing it down to a speed tie, are we? Are we bringing it down to the speed tie? That's absolutely fine by me. I may just have to switch out here because Jolteon's looking real fine right now. I think I'm going to go Jolteon. Hopefully we don't get paralyzed by the Thunder. If they go for Thunder, they might predict a switch and go for a Surf. I'd rather they went for Surf on the Jolteon than the Thunder because obviously paralysis chance and all that. And if you didn't know, in Gen 1, electric types could be paralyzed. They do go for the Thunder. Let's see if we can get a miss. And they miss! Oh, wow. Okay, so fair enough. I wasn't actually expecting a miss there. They definitely go into the Nidoqueen, I think. Because that just completely walls Jolteon. Completely walls Jolteon. So I'm thinking we anticipate that and we go for Articuno. I'm thinking we anticipate the Nidoqueen switch and we go for the Articuno. So let's see what they do. So Starmie does withdraw, as expected. I saw they were withdrawing. I just don't know what they go into. Nidoqueen comes in. So Nidoqueen comes in. We make the double switch, which is going to be a great for us as we go into Articuno. And Articuno might actually be able to do something this game. So Articuno comes in. We're in a very good matchup right now because I don't believe they get. I don't believe they get anything like. I don't know. I don't know what they do. I'm going to go for an Ice Beam. Let's just go for an Ice Beam. Screw it. So they're going to go ahead and switch out. What are they going to switch into, though, to take the Ice Beam? Are they going to go Starmie? Starmie would make sense. Starmie would definitely make sense. So they're going to switch out. What are they going to go into, though? That's the real question. What are they going to go into? They go into the Starmie as expected. we go for an Ice Beam, which is, of course, going to do minimal damage to the Starmie, but there is a good chance for a freeze. So let's see how much damage we do for a start. There we go. Nice bit of chip damage. Nice bit of chip damage, to be fair. So, let's go ahead and look at this logically. Do we switch into Graveler expecting the Thunder, or is that too obvious? Is that too obvious? They probably go for a Surf here. They probably go for a Surf here, so I'm thinking Jolteon. I'm thinking Jolteon. I'm really thinking Jolteon, so we'll switch out into Jolteon. Again, I'd rather not have my Jolteon paralyzed by Thunder, but it's like my only switch into Thunder. Graveler's obviously a switch into Thunder, but they could easily go for a Surf anticipating that. They do go for the Surf anticipating some kind of switch, which is fair enough. That's going to do a good little bit of chip damage to Jolteon. As now, we just kind of have to... What do we do here? What do we do here? I really don't know what we do. I mean, the obvious thing would be to predict the Nidoqueen switch, but I don't think they will do that. I don't think they will do that. I really don't think they will do that. I think I'm going to go Starmie. I think I'm just going to go for the Starmie switch. We both don't want to make a move because we can see whether we're going to switch or not. So it's kind of like mind games going on here. We go into Starmie. If they predict the Starmie and go for a Thunder, that's a good play on their behalf. They do go for the Surf, maybe expecting the Graveler to come in. Or something along those lines, but Starmie should be able to eat up this Surf like it's nothing, which is great. So I think it's going to come down to the speed tie right now. I think it's going to come down to the speed tie, so I'm going to go for a Thunder. I'm going to go straight for a Thunder. I'm going to go straight for a Thunder. So let's see what happens here. So they go for a Thunder of their own. Let's see if we can get a miss or something along those lines, or we can at least live it. I'm pretty sure we live at least one. We do live on 4 HP. 4 HP. Let's go for the Thunder of our own. Can we not? Oh, it missed. No. No, it missed. That's so unfortunate. Let's go for a Thunder again. Let's go for a Thunder again. Hopefully we win the speed tie this time. We don't. They go for a Swift, which guarantees to hit. And that's going to take out our Starmie. So that is unfortunate what happened there. But we lost Starmie. That's a big loss right there. That is a big loss. So let's see what we can do here. I'm thinking we got to go Jolteon, scare them out. I'm thinking we go Articuno as well. I'm thinking we go Graveler. Graveler is not a good switch. I think we have to go Jolteon. We have to go Jolteon, right? We have to go Jolteon. So let's go Jolteon real quick. Let's go Jolteon real quick. We go Battle. And we go Thunderbolt's up. So I think the best way we can go around this is if we go... Battle, and then we go right. We don't say anything. We don't say anything. So they do withdraw. Are they going to go Nidoqueen? Nidoqueen would actually be ideal because then we can go for an Ice Beam with Articuno. They do go Nidoqueen, so that's unfortunate that they decided to choose that. We go for Pin Missile. I picked the wrong move. It hit 2 times though, and it's super effective, so it's like, why not? Why not, eh? Why not? So what we're going to do here is, I'm thinking we go straight into Articuno. I'm really thinking we go straight into Articuno. So we'll switch out real quick. There we go. Jolteon switches out into the Articuno. Let's see what we can do here. So Articuno comes on in. Articuno is obviously super effective. They go for the Toxic, which is absolutely fine by me. Toxic is fine by me. Had no effect. Had no effect. Which is amazing. As we can go for a substitute now. We can go for a substitute now. We can go for a substitute now, which is great. Absolutely fantastic. So, they probably switch out here. They do switch out. Are they going to go Starmie? Starmie would make sense. Starmie would make a lot of sense. They do go Starmie. So Starmie is the best play they could have gone for there. I think we go for a substitute though. There we go. Make a little substitute. Little tiny doll. As now, we definitely just go for an Ice Beam. I mean, an Ice Beam did some solid damage. Sky Attack could also be good. But I think Ice Beam is a better option because Sky Attack's obviously 2-turn. And they're definitely going to KO our substitute right now with Surf. So they go for a Surf. They don't want to miss the Thunder, which makes a lot of sense. As the substitute does break. So there we go. The substitute broke. Ice Beam's going to come through though. And it's going to get some nice chip damage off on the Starmie, which is important. As there we go. Some nice chip damage. 2 more of those will KO it. 2 more of those will KO it. So that's good to note. Good to note. So let's go ahead and check what we can do here. Jolteon's a good option. We can definitely live a Surf and stuff. I think Kadabra is also a decent option. I'm also leaning towards just going for an Ice Beam again, because I'm confident we can live a Thunder. I'm very confident we can live a Thunder. So they go for another Surf, expecting the switch into Jolteon probably, which we're not going to do. We're not going to do, as we're going to eat that up because we have really high special, which is great. So there we go. We're going to go for another Ice Beam. Ice Beam is 2-hit KOing this Articuno from here. No problems there. As there we go. Is that 2-hit KO? Is that 2-hit KO? I don't know. I'm going to risk it with the Ice Beam. I'm going to risk it with the Ice Beam. I'm going to risk it. So they go for another Surf. They were like, I'm sure he'll switch out this turn. I'm sure he'll switch out this turn. No. Articuno, no way. I'm not playing those games. Probably a bad play on my part, but at the same time, it worked out, so who cares? Let's go for the Ice Beam and potentially take out this Starmie. There we go. We got a crit as well, which is great. I don't think the crit mattered. I'm pretty sure that KO'd anyway, but Starmie is down and out. What a game so far. This is a pretty fun game. So they've got Charizard, who's on its last legs. They've got Tauros. They've got Nidoqueen. They've got Jinx. We kind of need Articuno for those Pokemon. Kind of need Articuno. No, because Articuno gets outsped by Charizard and Tauros and Jinx. Nidoqueen's the only thing we need Articuno for, and even then, it's like, meh. All right, they're going to bring in the next Pokemon, which is going to be Tauros. So Tauros is a good one. Tauros, though, on the other hand, is a bad one. The reason being is because I literally just have to go into Graveler right now. All right, I'm going to switch out into Graveler to take any hit this thing wants to throw at us. If it goes for Tail Whip, we're obviously not going to be bothered about that. If it goes for a Fire Blast, we are obviously not going to be bothered about that, but we can use the Articuno as fodder later on if we need to. We've got the perfect switch right now. They go for a Double Edge. Double Edge comes through. It's going to do minimal damage to us, which is great. So down, that's brilliant. That's brilliant damage right there. So Graveler is going to wall the crap out of this thing. So I think in this instance, we go for a Seismic Toss, expecting the Charizard to come in to take an Earthquake. They might also sack the Charizard off. So that'd be good for us if we can get that done. So let's see what they do here. So they're going to go ahead and switch out, of course, because they can't touch us with anything. Let's see what they do. Seismic Toss is a good one because it's going to do 50 damage no matter what, and it hits the Charizard as well. As the Charizard is in, we go for a Seismic Toss. Should KO the Charizard, no problems there. I don't know why I said should. It will KO the Charizard. So Charizard's down, which is great. Absolutely great. So that's great. So let's see what they're going to do here. I think they go into Jinx. I'm pretty sure they go into Jinx here. So we'll go ahead and see what they're going to do as they do bring in the Jinx. So Jinx comes in. Jinx comes in. I think our best bet is to go Articuno. I'm pretty sure the best bet is to go Articuno here. At the same time, I'm like, yeah, I think Articuno is the best bet because we need the Graveler for the Tauros. Graveler hard walls Tauros. And they're probably going to go for a Lovely Kiss anyway. I don't think they go straight for an Ice Punch. I think they go for a Lovely Kiss. So let's see how this works out for us. Articuno comes on in. They go for an Ice Punch. That's going to definitely take out the Articuno. No problems there. As down it goes. So Articuno goes down, which is unfortunate, but what can you do about that? Not a lot, not a lot. Let's see what we can do here. Because Jinx has high special. The only Pokemon we have really that can deal with this is Kadabra with Dig or Jolteon. I think Jolteon is the play. So I'm going to go Jolteon. I'm definitely going to go Jolteon here. So there we go. Jolteon comes in. Jolteon comes in. Let's see what they're going to do. So let's see what they do here. We battle. We go for Thunderbolt or we go for Toxic. Toxic could be nice. No, because Toxic won't affect they're going to switch out. They're going to switch out. I say. So they switched out first, which is weird because Jinx shouldn't outspeed unless they go. Of course, it doesn't matter. They go into the Nidoqueen, which is a good play on their behalf. We're going to make the double switch, and we're going to go into our Kadabra. Kadabra can then freely fire off a Psychic, which will do a lot of damage to the Jinx still. Not a lot, but it'll be chip damage, you know? It'll be chip damage, and we need chip damage. So let's see how this works out for us. So we'll go ahead and attack. I think the best thing I can do is go for the Psychic. And if the Jinx come in, we'll go for a Dig. If the Jinx comes in, we'll go for a Dig. So they are going to switch out, of course. What are they going to go into, though? That's the real question. That is the real question. What are they going to go into? Jinx comes in, of course, because Jinx walls Kadabra pretty much. We go for a Psychic, and the great thing about Kadabra in this game is that it has Recover, which is a very good move. A very, very good move. So let's see if we can get a Special Fall. No Special Fall. Right, let's see how this works for us. So I'm thinking we go for Dig. I'm thinking we go for Dig. So I'm going to go for a Dig right now. Dig's going to be a good move for us. There we go. We go for the Dig. They can't lovely kiss us if we're in a hole, after all. And I'm hoping this dig will actually do a decent chunk of damage to this Jinx because it has like no defense at all. It has literally no defense. And neither does Kadabra. Neither does Kadabra. So they pretty much either have to switch out or just go for a lovely kiss here. I think they go for a lovely kiss. So I'm going to go ahead and go for my dig real quick. See how much damage it does to the Jinx. It does a good amount of damage. That's a good amount of damage. As they go for a Psychic, which is interesting, which is going to do minimal damage to my Kadabra with its massive special attack. Special stats, sorry. So, with that in mind, I think we definitely go for another dig here. I think they go... No, I think they go for a Psychic expecting the dig. I don't know what to do. I'm really confused. Let's go for a dig again. But we won't reveal what we're going to do. So, let's see what happens here. Because if they go into Nidoqueen, Nidoqueen's not going to want to take a dig. But at the same time, Nidoqueen can do a lot of damage to us. So, let's see what they do. They are going to switch out. What they're going to go into, though, to take a dig. I mean, they could go into anything to take a dig, to be fair. They could go into literally anything to take a dig. They go into Nidoqueen. So, Nidoqueen comes in. Does Nidoqueen get Earthquake? It does get Earthquake. So Nidoqueen gets Earthquake, which is really scary. They don't outspeed us though, so we don't have to worry about it having double the damage thanks to Dig. So that's one thing off my mind. Let's go for a Dig real quick. See how much damage we do. If we do a lot of damage, then we're golden. We do a decent chunk of damage, which is good. They go for an EQ. Is that going to KO my Kadabra though? That's the real question. I don't think it does. I don't think it KOs. I think it nearly does. It does KO because Kadabra is frail as hell. So Kadabra goes down, which is really unfortunate. We basically have to go into Graveler now and go for an EQ. Yeah, we go into Graveler. We go to Graveler, and then we get the EQ off on the Nidoqueen. I think that's the best play because we can definitely eat an Earthquake from this thing. I lose nothing for going for Earthquake, so I'm going to go straight for that Earthquake. They don't have a switch into the Earthquake. That's the great thing. So we either KO the Nidoqueen, KO the Jinx, or do a lot of damage to the Tauros, and then the Tauros can't do anything to us in return. So I think Graveler kind of has this in the bag for us. All right, so they're going to withdraw, which is an interesting choice. What are they going to go into? Jinx? They won't go into Jinx, surely. They go into Tauros. Yeah, Tauros is the good play. We lose nothing from going for an Earthquake here, though. But at the same time, we kind of need... That Earthquake does a lot of damage. So that's great. Let's just go straight for another Earthquake. I see absolutely no reason to go for not to go for an Earthquake. I see absolutely no reason to not go for an Earthquake right now. They go for a Tail Whip. They lower our defenses. Interesting choice. So that's going to lower our defense, which is unfortunate because it means now the Earthquake from the Nidoqueen is going to do a lot more damage. So we go for an EQ. It doesn't take out the Tauros, unfortunately, but it is in a position now where I think they go for a Tail Whip again. I don't know. I think they go for a Tail Whip again. Let's go ahead and go for Jolteon. I think Jolteon is a good switch. Because they're going to go for that nice and powerful switch into... They're going to go for a Tail Whip. I can tell they're going to go for a Tail Whip. They definitely go for Tail Whip. They go for a Double Edge. We just made a blunder. I didn't expect the Double Edge on the Graveler. As they take us down, so Jolteon goes down. It is all coming down to Graveler, unfortunately. It's all coming down to Graveler. I think we've lost this, unfortunately. I really think we've lost this, unfortunately. So Graveler comes in. I made some bad plays this game. My team's not exactly the best team in the world either, but, you know, Owen's clearly a very good battler because his team's really well built. We go for an EQ here. We're at least taking this Tauros down with us. So they go for the Tail Whip again, which is going to do obviously nothing to see. If only we didn't make that switch then, we might have had a better chance. So, Earthquake takes out the Tauros, which is great. There we go. So with Earthquake being taken out by the Tauros, They kind of have to go either. They can go either Jinx or Nidoqueen here. Either works. Either or works. They go Jinx. Jinx is fair. Jinx can just go for Ice Punch and take us out. But we're going to go for the Earthquake anyway. We'll go for the Earthquake anyway, just in case it doesn't, or in case they misclick, which would be funny. They go for an Ice Punch. That's definitely going to take out our Graveler over here. Definitely takes out our Graveler over here. As down it goes. And that's going to be the game. So we did lose the second round, unfortunately, to Owen. Really fun game, though. It kept me on my toes. Really enjoyed that. Very well-earned victory from my opponent. They played really well. Team structure was brilliant. I gotta love it. I mean, the Poliwag was weird, but... but you know what? I love it. I respect the Poliwag. I respect the Poliwag. So anyway, GG Owen. That was pretty fun. Thank you for the game. Thank you for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, of course, leave a like, subscribe, all the wonderful stuff. And with that being said, I'll see you all in a bit.